gets up and tears the shit out of everybody, runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
Hey, how you doing? It's the homie K Breeze. I'm in here with the homie Derrick at Eclipse Hair Salon and Barbershop. Talk to the people, man.
What's going on? Hello world, how y'all doing? It's me, your boy Derrick Washington, aka Master Barber JOD. You can catch me on Instagram at JOD Master Barber. Follow me, all one word. Hit me up on Twitter at SouthK, JOD SOUTH KAC JOD. Hit me up on Facebook at Derrick JOD Washington. Hit me up, all right?
Hey, Carolina niggas in the building
Carolina,
one time, you
yeah,
dig? We in
here.
this bitch.
Carolina,
You feel me?
South Cape, North Cape.
Let's go. Got the whole thing encompassed. Now, you've been in Atlanta for 5 years, but how long have you been cutting hair?
I've been in Atlanta 5 years, but I've been cutting hair a total of 17 years. 17, okay. And you got your barbering license in South Carolina? Yeah, I attend Denmark Technical College. It's in Denmark, South Carolina. It's not that far from Orangeburg, where South Carolina State resides.
Okay, and at the time you was playing basketball too, right?
Yeah, I was playing basketball for Denmark Tech, man. Had a good time. I was going for my associate's degree and my barber's license as well.
All right. Now, since you've been, I guess, working as a barber, I wanted to get back into the whole spiel about you actually playing basketball in Omaha. I'm not Omaha, but Nebraska. But we ain't gonna get into all that.
Right.
At least not yet. But what I wanted to talk about is how did you decide I wanted to become a barber?
It's just as a young boy at the age of 13, just experimenting with the clippers. But at the age of 13, man, just wanted to experiment with the clippers. It's kind of like exciting and always been kind of flabbergasted about how the barbers make people's hair look so good as a young boy going to the barbershop and just watching how the barbers get these cuts, finesse them and make people look so good and get people styled. It was just it was just like a curiosity thing, and I just wanted to do it, and I wanted to see if I'll be good at it, and it turned out pretty good for me.
At what point did you know that I'm a good barber, I'm good at this?
What's so crazy? I found out young I was pretty good. I found out when I got, like I said, I started when I was 13, so I was in middle school. So once I got to high school, about 15, 16, that's when I really found out that it was just, it was a God gift with my hands, and I learned so fast on how to do all the techniques and stuff like that. I didn't become a master until later in my life, but I had the basics, sewed up and wrapped up.
All right. Now, although you are this great barber, you have another side to you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a rapper.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Now, now you told me when you were in the Carolinas, you actually would get booked for schools and stuff like that, doing positive rap.
Yeah. Well, I started off as I was in a group called Metro Mob when I first started rapping, and after that caved in, I decided to, everybody went their separate ways and stuff. We was all young and stuff, and we started early, and everybody kind of wanted to do their own thing because we were still growing as young men. So I got to the point where I kind of wanted to go solo, and I started JOD, and it stands for Judge on Delivery, and I started my solo career, and it was just picking up the pen and writing, and going into the studio and going into the microphone and just speaking and hearing that feedback was just like everything to me. It's almost like the first time you got a girlfriend. It's like that's how I felt. It's just hearing that feedback, hearing my voice on the mic, hearing it through the speakers. It was just something about that just made my world, and I wanted to continue on with it. But actually, I started off as a DJ.
Really?
I used to spin records at my college.
A lot of artists actually start off as DJs. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to be a DJ. I started out, I had 2 turntables, 1200s. If you're a DJ out there, hello world, about the 1200s with the quarters on top to keep the needle from jumping. But I started off like that, and I used to do local parties at my college. And at my college, at Denmark Tech, I used to do local parties, and I used to do parties in my hometown. And so I started off DJing, and then a friend of mine was like, hey man, we should start a group, do a song. And then once I picked up that microphone, that pen, man, it just like, just took control. So.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. Now you have something finna drop now. Do you want to talk about that, or you just want to hold off on that?
Yeah, I mean, I want to hold off on it. I want to speak more about rapping for the kids and stuff like that. I didn't really get into it. But, so, in my music career, I got signed to a major indie label out of DC, and then as my career went on, I wanted to do something to give back to my community, to the high school I graduated from, and to, the city of Columbia where I'm from, in South Carolina. And I started mentor speaking. I started, assistant coaching at my high school, assistant basketball coach, because I played for Eau Claire High School in Columbia, South Carolina. It's a rich tradition in basketball and winning, and I wanted to give back there first. My high school started, assistant coaching with the basketball players, and then it led to thinking, we don't have a fight song for none of our sports programs. Like every time we would warm up, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, we never had a warm-up song, a fight song that speaks about us, our community, where we from. So I just wanted to do something for that. So I had a meeting with the principal of my high school and told them that I wanted to come up with a record that speaks on my community, speaks on the people, speaks on the students and the student body. And I made that song. It's called We the Shamrocks. And the song got made. The student body loved it. The president of the school loved it. And I started performing it at mentor speaking events at my high school and assemblies and pep rallies and stuff like that. And it led to it getting on the radio in my school, and it led to me performing for all the school districts, things like that. So
now, during this time, you was also cutting hair, right?
Yeah, also the barber at this time.
And I guess we'll say you got to a point where you felt like you were stagnant?
Yeah, just, where I'm from, man, I did a lot. I've done a lot musically with hair, and I just wanted to broaden my horizons. I was what you call a local celebrity where I'm from, so I wanted to start somewhere, and be a small fish and grow. And I figured by me coming to Atlanta, that would be an efficient way to be a small fish and grow. So.
All right. Now, when you got to Atlanta, it wasn't easy to become this master barber that you are now.
It wasn't easy, most definitely.
Tell them about the struggle a little bit.
Yeah, man, coming here in 2015, February the 10th, 2015 is when I dropped down here in Atlanta, Georgia. My brother had just passed, my second brother just passed in 2014 in December. And at a point in time when he was going through his passing, I had this revolution of just wanting to be better, just wanting to do better and go somewhere and start over and just take my brand and everything I was doing and just start somewhere new and my skills with my hands. So I had the opportunity to come to Atlanta, have friends here, have people here that I've known for years who always told me, hey, if I get a business up and running as far as barbershop, beauty salon, I most definitely you'll be the first person I call. And that happened. I got the phone call, and it was around the time, like I said, my brother was passing, and I just needed a new leaf on life. And I need a new start, and I just took the opportunity to come to Atlanta and start my journey here. And it was rough. It wasn't easy. I had some rough nights, rough days, but I hung on in there, and I just never gave up, and I stuck with the grind. And many people probably wouldn't have did it. Many people probably wouldn't have jumped from their city where they're well known, making money and doing great, to come somewhere and start all over. But I had to do it, challenge myself, and to upgrade myself. And I bet it on my hands to do it. So
now you were with Eclipse Hair Salon the whole time though, right?
Yeah. When I moved here, we were in the West End, Eclipse Hair Studio. Actually, that's what's the name. Okay. So we were in the West End, and it was rough. It was rough. Starting there, and starting my groundwork, walking and networking with people, doing free work, doing charity events just to network, get to know people, and getting people to come to see me each and every day. So.
And I mean, things got better for you. And what's funny is when you were telling me the story, you told me about how, like, you got this great clientele. Like, you got people coming in, you know what I'm saying, getting their cut on the regular. Then y'all moved. It's like, oh, man, like, I got to start all over.
Yeah, so it was like another transition. You know, God took you through changes and channels. You know, you have to, you know, but you have to do one thing when God takes you through that. You have to just stay with it and know that He's taking you through this process to make you better and to make your situation better. So, you know, we were in the west end of Atlanta. You know, we were working there for 2 years. And then, you know, we wanted to build this new great facility that we are in now. And it took time to build it. So we had to move and transition to another spot. And so with the moving, it kind of took our clientele, not only just me, but my coworkers and everybody around us, kind of took our clientele to a little spiral. You know, we had to regain our people, had to make sure that, you know, they know where we at and things like that. So it kind of took our clientele, you know, to a backward spiral. But, you know, like I said, God is good. So, you know, once that happened, we just, you know, continued to really promote the place hard, continue to promote our business hard, who we were. And it just kind of worked out, you know, as time went by. But like I said, it was a struggle. It wasn't easy. So, you know, just hung on in there.
Now, I think this is big because this series that I've been doing has been on minority businesses.
Right.
I think this is big for a lot of businesses first started out. Tell them the grind that it took with you promoting and giving how in the end it ended up working out with people eventually coming back and you giving tons of people cards, and tons of people free haircuts.
Yeah, man. Just, you know, when you are out and you promoting your business and you giving people the best of you. You know, you're giving them eye-to-eye contact, a firm handshake. You're talking to them well, you're speaking to them well, and you're just wishing that they'll come see you. You're telling them, hey, man, I can take care of you. You know, I do you free first time, and believe me, with these hands, you know, I did them for free. And it paid off, you know, gave out many cards, you know, and it all didn't happen at once. You know, it kind of happened when God needed it to happen, you know, at a time where I needed to really step my game up, where I needed to get better where I was at. And it just kind of happened all of a sudden, you know, people start calling, people start coming back, you know, retractable clients. You know, when you got that door, when the door is retractable, when people are walking in and out, man, that's awesome. So, you know, it started like that. You know, one by one, people start coming back. The cards I was handing out, whether it was 2 months earlier, 3 months earlier, 1 month earlier, they was calling me because of my presentation. You know, for example, one of my clients that, a couple of the clients that I've gained, they told me face to face, it's like, hey, the reason why I came to you because the way you talked to me when I met you, the way you approached me, the way you spoke to me, it spoke volumes. That's why I came to see you. So I tell anybody, any artist, any self-employed person, anybody who has their own business, entrepreneur, you know, the way you speak to people, the way you carry yourself, it goes a long way.
And now you're in, I guess, the best phase. I guess the next phase is usually the best phase when you've been grinding, right? Yeah. Now in this phase, what is it? I don't want to give it away. I want you to kind of tell the people. But what are you doing now?
Right now, I am currently, you know, not only master barber here at Eclipse Hair Studio, which is a fabulous place here. You know, this is a studio that have all type of entities. You know, we have a juice bar, we have a workout facility with a personal trainer, we have eyelash room, we have a barber salon, we have a beauty salon. So it's just very great with everything that we got here. But right now, you know, I've been doing movie set work and doing set work for a while now. I started off my first set job last year, and it trickled into this year as well. And I've been blessed to work on many of movie sets. I've worked with the likes of Samuel Jackson, Nia Long, Anthony Mackie. I've worked with Kyla Pratt, Estelle. I worked with Lorenz and Lamar Tate, the Tate brothers. So I've been blessed, man. And now currently I work for Tyler Perry at his studio.
He works at Wakanda.
So that's just a God's gift of just you know, putting in the hard work and seeing it work, and it come back in fruition. So
now, you told me something that kind of, I don't know, man. Even that day, even after you told me that day, it was like my grind was like 100%, like 100% different.
Yeah.
You was like, you understood that the idea that you had, the plan, the mission that you set out for, like due to the fact that you didn't give up, it paid off.
Yeah, it paid off.
It was like, 5 years ago, your goal was to be somewhere close to where you are right now. All right, you didn't. I don't think you specifically thought about Tyler Perry Studio or working on movie sets, but the goal was to be in a much better place than where you come from, right?
That's right.
Can you speak to how completing the mission feels?
Man, completing it feels good. You know, to be where I'm at now, for where I started, man, it's just amazing. I knew that Destin would be big for me, but I didn't know it was coming this way and this matter. Working for Mr. Perry has been a blessing, and I didn't see that. I knew that these hands would take me somewhere, and I knew that, you know, believing and having faith in God, it would lead me somewhere, but I didn't know it would lead me to this. But I'm grateful and I'm thankful, and sky's the limit with anything you want to do. Just stay focused and stay on it. Whatever you have, whatever it is that you want to do, you know, sometimes God may take you in other directions, but still you be on the same path. Like, you be on the path, but you know how it's forks in the road, so he may take you through a different couple of forks, but it always end up on that main road. So, you know, I can speak that for myself within my journey. You know, I was on a journey path, and I had a couple forks in the road, but it all ended up getting back on that same road, on that same path, man. So I say to you all, and to all people, you know, across the world, just stay on your path, love what you do, and always be prepared. When the time is ready, you'll be ready.
I usually have people shoot out their social media, but you did it in the beginning. My dog is professional, you feel me?
Like I say, man, follow me, man. Follow me once again, J-O-D, Master Barber, all one word, J-O-D, Master Barber. Hit me up on Twitter at Southconnect, J-O-D, S-O-U-T-H-K-A-C-J-O-D. And hit me up on Facebook as well, Derrick, D-E-R-R-I-C-K, J-O-D, Washington. Follow me and check out my movement. I have an MTM program that I mentor kids at Georgia State University. I did that for like 2 years. God has been good with me with that. I mentor kids from the inner city of Atlanta. You know, Washington High School, Carver High School, and Drew High School. I was mentoring 10th, 11th, and 12th graders at Georgia State University under a program they call the Early College Program, getting all the kids ready for college. And I would come in with my program and talk to them about setting goals, graduating on time, after life of after school and college.
All right.
And we talk about music as well too. You know, my program speaks about music, the life of it, you know, how to conduct music, how to construct music, how to write, compose, you know, produce. So it was a lot of that as well.
You got anything else?
That's it.
All right, it's the homie Kool Breeze. You can follow me on Instagram at _KBREEZE__.
My bro.
You can follow me on Twitter at King Breeze Sensitive Ass, and you can follow me on YouTube at Kool Breeze Media. We love you, man. Peace.
Peace. 100. Boy, J-O-D.